Well, in fact, I'm the founder of the organization, and my background it's really in lifelong learning. In fact, I spent the first half of my working life in further education, and the second half in lifelong learning. In fact, and I led the lifelong learning services in about 3 local authorities. And a lot of the work we do at the moment, we involve in non-formal learning. And the particular areas, in fact, it's past my passion as well as the leader of that organization, is issues around financial literacy, issues around sustainable development. These are the kind of 2 things we are really pushing, as well as a new thing now, which is what we call global learning, in terms of making sure that people begin to see the bigger picture, given the increasing interconnectedness and interdependent nature of the world. Well, in terms of policy, I think there should be perhaps more generous funding of adult education, policy-wise, and there should be perhaps less emphasis on, and I'm talking about what we would refer to as the adult and community learning sector. I'm not talking about further education colleges or higher education. I'm talking about especially local authority ACL services. I'm talking about community organizations that provide some kind of learning, and some private training providers. And the emphasis is so much on qualifications, but there are many adults, and in my experience, the vast majority, they want to learn something, they want to develop a skill, and not necessarily to gain a qualification. But the way the funding works, it actually discourages that type of provision. So EPALE, it could promote itself much more widely to smaller social partners or NGOs or community organizations. But it is a very useful platform. There's lots of information. It tells you what's actually happening, and it can actually help small organizations promote their own events as well. But also get a view of the wider policy issues in relation to adult learning.